everybody. Welcome to Saturday Morning Serial. I'm Jacob, Mr. Also, and I'm joined by my partners in crime, Martez and Aaron. Don't call him A Ryan or he will turn green. This is the podcast where we review your favorite superhero shows, video games, go over news and movies. How are you guys today?
Awesome. It's a wonderful Saturday. And Mr. J is also looking upside down over recent news. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. How you doing, Tez?
I'm all right, man. End of the work week is the best Friday of the week, which is pay Friday. So, got a little stuff going on with the fam and stuff, but that's not, not for the stream.
No,
So,
yeah, I understand. I understand. Um,
had a little tragedy going on, but we good.
That's good. That's good. And that's, you guys know, it's kind of dark. We're filming the day before because I am going on vacation to Tennessee, and we're gonna have a really busy week. So, but we will be back live next week, hopefully, so
Uh,
everybody can watch.
I thought we were going to keep the facade up.
Well, Marcez brought up Friday, so it's like,
Well,
you
fuck
know,
it. It's Friday. It's at night. And
yeah,
yeah, I'm having my little juice here.
it's okay.
It's my juice box.
We'll still go live Saturday morning. It's okay. I mean, it's kind of dark anyway, unless we're filming like 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. But it's all right. All right. So today,
Speaking of dark,
well, yeah, today we're going to be talking about, or we're going to be mainly focused on today about the announcement of Michael B. Jordan playing, he's playing Black Superman, right? And
Allegedly.
allegedly, but JJ Abrams, right, is the one that's coming out with it.
Yep, he's
Yeah,
producing it. And it's not Balzad. It is actually Clark Kent.
Clark Kent, Kal-El, and I guess in a different universe, but which is not needed, I guess, because they do have other characters that they could focus on. But I'm gonna give the floor to Martez because this is, I think he's gonna have the biggest rant, and let him explain to us what should be done or what could be done. So the floor is yours.
so I don't know what else could be said that ain't been said already. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like parenthood. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's like parent and child syndrome, where a child will do the opposite of what the parent says just to spite them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I'm starting to feel about some of these DC projects.
Mm-hmm.
The blueprint is there,
Mm-hmm.
the history is there, the stories are there, the characters are there. Why? Why do that?
Mm-hmm.
Why even do it? Why change it so that a character who, even though it's an alien, and at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter because they're
Mm-hmm.
not even human. But I digress. An alien who is white
Mm-hmm.
for all intents and purposes, the
Mm-hmm.
character Clark Kent turn him into a black character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but why? Because there are already Supermen who are black
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm. So it seems like
Canada.
it's a waste of time.
So if you're gonna do an alternate universe telling of Superman where he's black,
Mm-hmm.
why not use the one that's already there
Mm-hmm.
and save controversy?
Right.
Because it's gonna be controversy casting black, period, even though it is pre-established, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Because stupid gonna stupid,
Right.
ignorant gonna ignorant, no matter what. But why give ammunition?
Mm-hmm.
Why load the guns of the ignorant with ammunition that's legitimate
Mm-hmm.
this time? And it's just stupid. It's a lot less of an angry rant than it was gonna be because I got
Repeat that.
it's a lot of hits, but
Oh, come on.
it's gonna be a lot less of an angry rant because I got it out of my system already when I first found the news out.
Oh, okay.
And then on top of everything, even though it's still alleged and rumored that it's supposed to be Michael B. Jordan, you take this guy who is awesome for all intents and purposes. He's a cool dude. He's a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
And you put him at risk
Mm-hmm.
with a role like this when he's already basically resurrected himself from a role that could have killed his career already with Fan Four Stick.
Right.
And he pulled him out the ashes and put him in the blackest of black movies that you could.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Black
He
Panther.
killed
Yep.
put him in Black Panther's Killmonger. He killed it against
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people's doubts, including my own.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, okay, well, I survived this and I took a risk. Let me take another risk. It's not the move.
Mm-hmm.
Because DC don't do what Marvel do in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like it's a bad idea for everybody involved, for the actors, the studio, and us.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the reason Cardi B mean? You know, what was the reason?
Right.
No legitimate reason for this choice. Like, why? Why?
Uh,
Why?
so explain, because I know you touched on it. There are other IPs within the DC universe that he could have played, like a Steel, like a Val-Zod. Can you explain Val-Zod's history first, so we can touch on it?
Without getting exceptionally deep into it, it's simple. Val-Zod was Superman in an alternate universe. Of course, the name denotes who he is. He's from the Zod family, or the
Mm-hmm.
House of Zod, as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to the House of El. In
Right.
this alternate universe, the House of Zod wasn't so bad,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of it being Kal-El, it was Zod. It
Mm-hmm.
was a Zod. It wasn't General Zod, of course. It was Val-Zod, and
Mm-hmm.
Val-Zod in canon, on Krypton, he was a black
Mm-hmm.
dude. When
Mm-hmm.
he got to Earth, he was a black dude.
Mm-hmm.
And you could go that way. You threw Steel out there. That's another example. You could
Mm-hmm.
do Steel and save it and resurrect it, because we touched on that
Yes.
last
Last
episode
time. Yep.
of Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Resurrect that. Have Michael B. Jordan save Steel,
Mm-hmm.
or you could do Icon.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Icon. Yeah.
talks about Icon.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I got
so many.
I,
It's
I
so
got one better for you.
what you got.
Ta-Nehisi Coates. He's writing the Superman movie. If you're not familiar with Ta-Nehisi Coates, he's the one that wrote the Black Panther comic book that actually based in current day modern issues into Marvel Comics. They tapped him to actually write the script for Superman. The only way that I can get behind this, they throw a pitch or go left field and say, yeah, it is Kal-El, but it's Calvin Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who Calvin Ellis is. He's from Earth 20, and he eventually becomes president of the States while secretly still super.
So you say he's from Earth 23?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And so yeah,
But
with all these alternate universes, could they be possibly doing that though? Kind of just making him black as an alternate person in an alternate universe?
no, I hate to say it, but I think it might partially be. I mean, you saw how much money Black Panther. So of course DC is always on sale. So
Mm.
I appreciate it. Got Ty Nehisi Coates, who wrote the Black Panther,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a telltale.
Mm. Say that
I
last
just
one.
hope.
Your voice is going in and out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. How's
Yeah.
that? Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
was saying, with tapping Ta-Nehisi Coates, I hope that he knows to bring some sensibility into it. But I think it's partially due to the old regime of Warner Brothers, because those who don't know, AT&T don't own them anymore. It's now owned by Discovery, so we still got a chance here.
Right.
With
Right.
Discovery owning Warner Brothers, they probably look at us, hey, no, we got to make some. This ain't.
Right. Right.
We'll see how that goes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think that I agree. I think there should be there's a bunch of IPs out there that they could touch on to rather do this if they need to, right? And they still have other things that other black characters they have. They still have what Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter that they touched on in Snyder in the Snyder cut, right? So if they really want to try to bank on this, or they could, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing that has richer, deep history than Black Panther. If they want to do an all around, black cast, you know what I mean? If they want to try to mimic it, but if they did start with Val-Zod, they could have that kind of, you know what I mean? Because he could have had a family. His parents could have been black, you know, and stuff like that. It's just probably would have been better. But I think that because Val Zod isn't as well known, and they can just put Superman on there, then it could probably they think it'll probably make more money. Because at the end of the day, it's all about making money, rides, costumes, toys, and stuff like that.
A
Two
word with
words.
Brad
Two
Pitt's.
words.
Oh,
2 words, because this is already unnecessary. It already got the green light and it's in pre-production and you're casting.
yeah,
2 words. Live action, already get the green light going. Static Shock.
Static Shock. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
Be a
It's,
superhero, nigga.
it's, it's already in production.
Yeah.
Why are we
For
doing
one.
this?
For one. For
Mm-hmm.
two, in the words of Brad Pitt's Achilles, that's why nobody will remember your name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Close, a little more than a decade ago, there was a little movie that dropped. Okay, I'm pretty sure you may have heard of it. It was called Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew who the mm. Nobody knew who Iron Man was
Yeah.
before that movie dropped.
Right.
People know who it is. It's unheard of to even think that nobody knew who Iron Man was. But Iron Man wasn't a huge household name
Mm-hmm.
back when that movie dropped. So they took a risk.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. said, "I'm gonna make this film for $500,000. My homeboy's directing it. This could be a career opportunity for me. We'll see what happens." And it blew up.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got the MCU at large.
Right.
DC afraid to take those kind of risks. Let's do an unknown character. Let's do a lesser known character and have a really good script and good actors fulfill this really good script and watch it take off. Nope, let's take a popular formula or something that everybody knows and change it to fit our demographics or our sessions with a marketing team that they say is what's in and what's popular, because you know those urban guys, they're gonna come see this Black Superman,
Right.
and it's Michael B. Jordan. Oh yeah, get Creed to play him. They like him.
Right. No, I agree with you. The greatest hits is what they always been doing. I mean, even if you look at Suicide Squad, it's Harley Quinn plus everybody else, basically. You know what I mean? It's
I love Will.
huh?
Okay,
Yeah.
I love Will Smith like Joyner Lucas love Will Smith.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but there was no reason for him to be Deadshot, and I cosplayed that Deadshot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
don't get it twisted. I'm all here for it, but it was for the same exact reason that we're talking about now. Floyd Lawton didn't have to be a black dude.
Mm-mm.
He didn't, because he
Mm-mm.
hasn't been in the past. You know, it didn't change much by turning him into one, granted, but it wasn't unnecessary either.
Right.
So it's one of those things where you change the source material to fit your actor or to fit the demographic you're trying to reach, as opposed to holding on to the source material and finding creative ways to reach your demographics with good storytelling.
Right.
Guess what? The people in the hood or people in an urban environment, we like good stories too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it don't have to be something that I exactly relate to like. I read Edgar Allan Poe.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
read Beowulf in high
Right.
school.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I read different stuff. I
Should we
read
all
the
read Hatchet?
read,
Right.
and it's kind of just it's insulting in the sense that it's almost like, don't worry, we got something for you too. You don't have to.
Right.
Just or if you really want to do that, create new characters.
Or not just that, just use the IPs that you have. Like nobody, nobody, everybody wanted a Black Panther movie. Everybody wanted a Black Panther movie, right? They could have not made it, right? And focused on another black character. They could have made a Storm movie, right? And a Storm movie and just like, hey, here goes your token black movie if you want it. No, they made a whole Black Panther movie, right? You can do the same thing with the other African American or black IPs that they have, and just focus on that, right? Now, like I said, it's not gonna be like a full black movie because, I mean, unless you include their family. Black Panther is set in Africa. I don't think DC has that, right? So,
Well, I digress. They actually do.
oh, they do. Okay.
Vixen.
Oh, Vixen.
Oh yeah, you got Vixen.
Oh, Vixen. Yeah, Vixen. Well, she's
And
lesser known too. Yeah.
if you really, really want to take it there, because Egypt is in Africa,
Yeah.
then Black Adam could be relevant to that too, especially who they got to cast him.
Yeah.
Or cast play him. So you can touch on it a little bit
Little
because
bit.
No, they already are. The Rock already confirmed it. It starts in Egypt and how he became Black Adam.
Oh,
We're going there.
because it's gonna be wonderful to see The Rock embrace his African American heritage as well.
right.
Because
Hmm.
for the past 15 to 20 years, we haven't seen that side since
Yeah.
the nation.
Although, since we are talking about gender bending and you did go to Black Adam, it's going to be interesting because they made Hawkman.
Who?
Hawkman.
Hawkman?
Yeah, he's going to be black
But
for
Hawkman is
Black Adam.
that's
DC
fine.
fiction. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
understand that
Get
because
away with that.
Because Hawkman went through generations, right?
He reincarnates every few
Yes.
generations.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
can
yeah.
get away
That's like
Mhm.
you making another Hancock movie and he's white. Like, well,
because
is it?
Hawk was black in the TV show. So
Oh yeah, his wife.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
you can get away with that because canon in the story, it makes sense. He reincarnated. I just happen to be a black guy this time.
Right.
Okay. You can live with that.
Right.
They'll put the pitchforks and fire down for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I think DC fans already learned their lesson after watching Titans. Everyone put their pitchforks down after Starfire and
Oh yeah,
Blackfire.
Starfire. Yeah.
Heaven forbid the orange chick is black.
Right.
She turned orange in season 2, and season 3 is the war with her. And her sister's named Blackfire. Come on.
I mean, they could have made Raven black, right? So I mean, because like I said, they have different color faces. So you could have made them any color you wanted. You could have made Beast Boy probably would have been controversial being black. I think maybe I don't know, but
You gotta be careful.
yeah, you got to be careful.
We'll leave Beast Boy and Tim Drake as Asians. We'll leave that alone.
Right. Well, yeah. So I mean, I guess we'll see. It's still rumored of what's happening. It's like what it's a rumor like what's his name? Idris Elba is 007, right?
I mean, Black Superman is happening. It's just the actors.
They're looking
So-
for a black director too. They've been putting it out there that they want a black director for it too. So they're trying to go all in. I mean, they're trying to go all in Black Panther.
Yeah, well, worst come to worst, since we know JJ Abrams is in charge. Well, that doesn't pan out. We know who's doing it.
Right.
It's going regardless.
I mean, no matter what we say, it's still gonna happen. So I just hope it's good. That's the only thing I hope is good. He better have black parents. He better have a black family. The Kents better be black. Like it needs to be all.
I'll
Lana
wait
needs
for
to be
Static
black.
Shock.
Lana needs to be black. Lois needs to be black. They need to live in the hood. Like everything needs to happen that way. Go all in, right? Shit, have him land in Africa. He have African family. There you go.
I would love it. I would love it if they were risky enough to do that, but we wouldn't be here if they were.
Right? I mean, I'm just saying, like, you're really gonna have like a black Superman land in Kansas? You really in Smallville? You really think that's gonna work?
And it's going.
Shout out to Kansas, by the way. But do you think that's gonna work? I mean,
Well, we'll see.
that's like driving through Kentucky with a Black Lives Matter shirt on. It's just not a good look.
I mean, Petey was there, right?
Yeah, Pete, but he's imaginary, ain't he? I mean, he's just through Smallville, right? Pete and
Yeah.
Chloe. Yeah, those are set-ins.
We don't talk about Chloe.
Yeah, yeah, she
That
went
front
through a
is
lot,
down.
right? But yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens, and hope for the best. I guess.
Just say no, Mike. Don't do it, bro. You on the right track right now.
He's on Creed 3 right now.
You doing Creed 3?
Mhm.
Just stick with what Ryan tell you to do.
Yeah, if Ryan ain't directing, don't do it. If Ryan
Mike.
Coogler is not directing, don't do it.
Listen, Mike.
Besides, he's too stick to Rainbow Six. That's all I'm saying.
This is a message to Michael B. Jordan. Okay, I love you, brother. Okay, despite the fact that my wife loves you, I still love you. this is from my heart to yours, bro. Just listen to what Ryan Coogler tell you to do. Okay, don't do nothing else. Just do what he tell you to do. Okay. Otherwise, you end up in the abandoned house like you did, in The Wire, bro. Like,
I gotta bring up bullshit.
I am extremely worried that that's gonna happen because the internet and social media are unforgiving.
It's not nice. Not
They
nice.
vile.
Especially
Not
when it
at all.
comes to people cosplaying as their favorite characters. They don't like that.
Heaven forbid. And this is one of those career make or break kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to see it not break them.
Yeah. It's all depends on that script too, man. I mean, the idea, the concept is already risky, but if that script
Took like the past 5-10 years has been gold,
Mhm.
That Rainbow Six joint, top tier,
yeah, I still haven't finished that.
He been putting out hit after hit, and then this would be a tarnish on that to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if he takes it. He actually takes it. So
I hope
Show up like Omni-Man. Think, Michael, think.
it's all over Earth.
Right. All right. So let's hit the news up real quick. Garen, what you got? We go one by one.
Well, breaking news. Looks like Henry Cavill is about to sign because there can be only one for Highlander. Well, I feel that he has the sword skills, might as well. And that's fitting since Ryan Reynolds is supposed to be shooting Deadpool 3, and he's not going to have time to do
Who do you guys think would have been better though, Henry Cavill or Ryan Reynolds?
The question is, who are they playing? Is this a reboot or is this a
It's a
continuation?
reboot.
So is he playing Connor McLeod?
Yeah, he's Connor. He's Christopher
Henry
Lambert.
Cavill, hands down, because Connor McLeod is not. I mean, he has some funny moments here and there, but he's not a funny dude.
Mhm.
Connor, that's Duncan. Okay,
Mhm.
Duncan. Connor don't play no games, dog. He is here to take that head, and that's that. I'm with it. Henry Cavill for the win, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with it.
I'm interested how it's going to go because the director of Highlander is known for gunplay because he did the John Wick movies. He'll be Highlander. So this will be like not gunplay, more like sword. It'll be his first time I've seen his director doing sword fight. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. I do like him. The last Highlander movie was, who was it? Christopher Lambert? No. Sean Connery and Christopher Lambert. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you really, really, really want to talk about the very last one,
Mhm.
okay?
Oh dear Lord! Don't do it.
Connor and Duncan are proved to both be canon,
Yes.
and it ended with spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Mhm.
Okay, it ended with Duncan taking Connor's head at Connor's request. I might add,
Yes.
in order to gain all his quickening ability to defeat this much bigger threat who killed Dame Dash, I might add. Let me just throw that out there. This guy killed Dame Dash at a dinner table. It was hilarious because he was immortal, but I digress. That movie is both horrible and amazing in the way that only a B-level movie can be. Ip Man was in that movie.
Yeah.
It ended Triple H's acting career. I mean, he did Blade Trinity and then that.
I totally forgot about that second Highlander movie. I don't even remember this one.
Or was it before? Did he do Endgame and then Blade Trinity?
I think I think that's the order. I think Blade Trinity came after.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was it should have ended Triple H's acting career, but I don't know.
No, because then he did the pacifier.
That was the sequel we don't talk about.
And that was a WWE movie, wasn't it?
Yeah. He did 2 WWE movies after that.
You'll always have a career.
No, not the pacifier. What was it called? Shit. It was like he was like a school teacher.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, okay.
No, you're right. It was the Pacifier. It's the sequel because Vin Diesel didn't want to do no damn
It was
sequel.
bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what do you expect? You know, wrestlers, with the exception of Dwayne and John, are historically bad at acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ironic.
Well, Batista's good. Batista's good.
Oh yeah, and Batista. Sorry about that. Shout out to Batista. My bad, bro.
Oh,
Because
that
you do real big.
that's some more news. The next news, I'm bring that one up. Batista's cutting it quits as Drax after the third movie.
That's because he's gonna die.
You think he's gonna die?
I think he's gonna die.
No, he acts because he wants to move on with his career, and
Mm-hmm.
he actually states that he wants to be a director.
Oh, okay.
He
That's what he
wants to move
wants
on
to
to directing.
Yeah.
So,
So you think they're just gonna kill him off? He's not gonna just like go live in a home planet? You think he's just gonna die to go with his family?
no,
Yeah,
his
not.
family's dead.
No, no, I was just saying, die to go with his family. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's gonna be one of those things where it just happened out of the blue, or it's gonna be like untasteful. I think they're gonna do it very well, but I think by the end of the third movie, he's going to die because he ain't really got no, he
Purpose.
besides the Guardians, he doesn't have no purpose no
Yes.
more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everything he wanted to do is done now. He wanted to defeat Ronan. The Ronan's defeated. He was like, well, Thanos was really responsible. Thanos is dead.
Yes. Yeah.
There's nothing left for him.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more than him that dies because James Gunn also confirmed he's through with Marvel after this. He's doing the Christmas special that's coming out first, and then
Is that the? Cause I want them to do a Mantis and Drax movie. They have to do one.
yeah, and half the people in Guardians of the Galaxy are ride or die James Gunn, and James Gunn is really freaking happy with Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
half those guys are going to follow him and Warner Brothers. And Discovery Channel, please don't screw this up. Get bought Warner Brothers for $45 million. It's your chance to right the ship from what AT&T did.
Yeah. 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 Well, yeah. Unfortunately, he's not going to be after. I mean, a lot of these actors have came and went when it came to Marvel movies. You know, they did their due diligence and now they moved on. So, I mean, it gives room for the new characters to come in because they got a bunch of new characters coming in, in this phase, especially after Black Widow. So, and even the Black Widow's family, like they're sticking around. Some of them are sticking around, in future movies. So,
Yeah, and I feel bad for Scarlett. Scarlett said she really wants to stick around,
mm-hmm.
but I think if Kevin Feige plays it right, and the rumor is true, and they actually do that Steve Rogers movie of him going back, returning the stones, I think that one of the episodes in the Disney Plus show, if it's true, again, rumor, when he returns to Soul Stone, he finds a way to get back. So it's just like, all right, look, I'm returning the stone right at the point where this shit happens. So technically, shouldn't have to jump
Yeah, yeah, it's just that is very tricky, man. Because the way that they explain stuff is that even so, if he does return it at the same point, she still has to jump off because he wouldn't have the stone regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stone is this level of sentience is so high too that it's one of those things where it's like Jumanji.
Yeah,
And cheat Jumanji, you try
yeah,
to cheat consequences. And even if Steve manages to pull that off and that does survive, say it does work. He said, I return to Stone, saying that it's gonna be some backlash to that.
mm-hmm,
And we don't know, but it's cosmic level, you
mm-hmm.
know, because that's how them things work, especially with the stones, you know. So I don't know. And we already messing with the timeline anyway because of what's going on with Loki. So I do think it's possible, and I'd be happy to see that because I feel like she still ain't got her flowers. But um we shall see.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Like we discussed this before, of how they return to stone and how they're going to, because that's really 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 complicated. It's really complicated. That's probably the most complicated one that you can return. All the other ones just you're giving back to people or putting it back into place. But this one you traded a soul. Like it's like as soon as she jumps off, you have to drop it back in to where she dies and it gets back, right?
I think that's going to be the most emotional episode if they decide not to bring her back because he has to see that shit. He has to return each one of those stones.
Or or maybe he gets there before they even show up and puts it back.
No, I don't think they
I
do
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Uh,
It's weird.
yeah, that's a prime opportunity to show like dramatic or prime opportunity to show off some real dramatic stuff
Yeah.
because he knows he has to return to stone, but there's nothing jumping.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's very going to be really interesting. All right. What's next, Aaron?
All right, so other news that we have, let's take a look here. Castlevania, even though season 4 came out and it's confirmed to be the final season, they're looking to spin it off into other portions of the video game. I don't know if you
Mm.
guys saw season 4 yet. I'm really hoping that the next Castlevania show, Symphony of the Night.
Now, who does the Castlevania animated series focus on?
Trevor Belmont. So it's primarily the storyline of Castlevania 3.
3. Okay. Okay. Are they planning on doing prequels to the older ones, or they're going to continue the story
That's the thing
forward?
with Trevor Belmont in the timeline. Trevor Belmont is the second earliest in the Castlevania timeline. So
Yeah.
before that,
He's pretty far back, so it's kind of hard. I mean, there are ones before him, but it's pretty hard to go further back than Trevor.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
because you have one or two options at this point. You can go jump straight to Symphony of the Night, or you can jump to the first game of Simon Bell.
Mm.
But they're
Okay.
gonna save Simon Belmont because he's fan favorite level. They need to just go ahead and do Juiced, Aaron. You don't want to see him do Juiced?
uh, but that's after Simon. So.
Yeah,
Mm.
Symphony of the Night is after Simon. Symphony of the Night's after Simon, and Juice is after
Mm.
Simon.
So so I started playing the Castlevania game on 360 on Xbox 360. It plays like God of War. Did you guys play
Yeah,
that
that's
one?
alternate universe. Yeah, that's an alternate.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I bet. Yeah, it's not in the original canon, but it's also pretty cool,
Yeah.
because well, I'm not gonna jump into it because I know you just said you started
Yeah, I
playing it.
just started playing it.
But
Yeah.
there's a very, 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 very significant twist in that series that clearly
All,
deviates it from the original franchise.
Okay.
So
all I can say is an interesting way to do the Belmont.
Oh, okay.
I think so too, but I think I almost like it better because of the ramifications that it has, and it
Hmm.
makes sense.
I liked it better until I played the two sequels. The next, because since you just start playing it, you have to play the 360 version, and
Hmm.
you have to play the Nintendo 3DS version, and
Mm.
then play the second one on the 360.
Okay.
And yeah, they kind of.
Yeah, because
It's
I
like
tried.
you're.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, they were on the right track, but then they just.
Because I tried playing the NES one, and that's just too hard. Okay. Like you get hit by everything. Everything repeats if you don't move too fast, and
Hey,
then
listen,
yeah.
Man, tough up, bro.
see, Castle Castlevania trained me for Ninja Gaiden. That's all I'm saying. I
That's
mean, if you have problems with Castlevania, don't play the original three Ninja Gaiden games
I
on
mean,
the
no, I
NES.
I played the Ninja Gaiden games. I got to like to level 7, and I was all right. But then yeah.
see, you're not used to the clunky movement. That's what it
Yeah,
is. You're
that's
not
what it is. Like I'm like Super Mario. Like let me hold it B a little bit so I can run a little faster.
Symphony of the Night then, because
Yeah.
that is not clunky at all.
Oh, okay,
It,
okay.
it's arguably the definitive Castlevania experience,
Mm-hmm.
uh, depending on the fans that you ask. So you'll get through that one, and it power scales too. So because you
Oh,
got a leveling system,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
got a weapon system, you got a magic system. It's actually really deep, and you can customize how you play. So play that one
Okay,
because you'll get through that one. I
right.
do agree the older ones are rough to get through.
Especially now with our old eyes. Like when we were kids, they were good. They're better. With our old eyes, or at least with my old eyes, they ain't they're not for the faint of heart. Especially we're not playing on CRTs anymore, and you can see all the frame rates and shit like that. It's like your eyes ain't good enough for it.
Oh, the show. After I got done watching season 4, I went back and actually I did play Dracula's Curse. I'm like, damn, I want to play Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse again. So
Right.
yeah. So although the writer got me too'd, but that's a different story for a different day.
Ooh.
We'll see what happens with the next one.
Got it.
Yeah, they did at least. Well, shit. They did use the scripts that he wrote before he got me too'd. So
Oh, okay.
they did finish out his vision, but I'm wondering how they're gonna go forward with the spinoff show. So,
He's just gonna have to write from in jail. That's all.
anyone's watching, please don't be asshole to women.
Right.
Don't
Right.
sexualize them. Don't do anything. Not just women. Don't sexually harass women, men, any of that.
Just
Just
don't do it.
no,
Just
don't
don't
do
do
it.
it. Just don't do it.
It's-
All right. So yeah, what's next?
Oh, you're up. I gave the Castlevania one, so you're giving the next one. So
Oh,
you said we're
who me? No, I gave one. Oh no. Well, no, I don't really
yeah.
have. Do I have any? Let me see. Oh. What's the name? Started filming. Um. Black Panther 3 started filming. And
Two.
2, sorry.
You
Black
said three.
Panther 2. Black Panther 2 started filming. They got a lot of bunch of behind the scenes stuff that's out. That's pretty nice. No surprises that I know of anything yet. So or at least no pre-production started and not filming. There was another thing that started filming, right?
No, you're right. They
Oh.
start filming Black Panther 2. They're filming parts of Atlanta right now,
Oh, okay.
and
the-
and simultaneously,
uh,
the other one that you're mentioning, the other movie that just started filming is Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh yeah. Ant-Man started, yeah. Yep.
Granted, Black Panther 2 is also filming at the same time, and now Quantumania started. I'm excited because if the rumors are true, that means we get our first glimpse at the Fantastic Four. I know, boos everyone around. But yeah, with Fantastic Four, with the rumors, they're supposed to be interns. And with the main film being King Conqueror, I am kind of thinking that King is going to be undercover as an intern along with them. But if that's also true, we know good and well John Krasinski is playing Reed Richards. Because if they're interns, sorry, Krasinski's internship, Young Days. Yeah. So if you're not going to pre-establish Fantastic Four, we know it's going to be a young.
Right. And Jonathan Majors, the guy, the main character from Lovecraft Country, is playing King the Conqueror.
And that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I am almost, and I've been burned before, but this time it's different. I'm willing to bet almost my hat that Kang is going to be relative in this Loki show.
Mm.
We're going to get hints of it. I mean, if they don't drop hints in Loki towards King the Conqueror, it's a well, unless Loki was made before they knew that King the Conqueror, part of Fantastic Four, which means it's a Fox.
Say it again. You're cutting out.
Yeah, King the Conqueror is a Fox property. So,
Oh.
yeah, so if they did Loki before that happened, he might not be mentioned. Fingers crossed.
Right. Right.
Kang is the time god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He is the king of that timeline jumping.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Zoom. He's like reverse Flash of Marvel. You know
Yes.
how
Yeah.
Flash always, got a contingency plan with some time jumping. Well, that's Kang, man. He
Yeah.
got different versions of himself working together
Mm-hmm.
to feed
I'm kind,
energy to himself, bro. Like he's amazing.
and I'm hope they do him right because he's an Avengers level threat.
Mm-hmm.
To throw something like that in Ant-Man means they finally put through some respect on Ant-Man's part. Excuse my language, sorry. I know we get one.
No, you're good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, he does he does climb up that ladder now, but they kind of need Ant-Man to do that right? Because of all the older characters that have gone, we need a little bit of some of the last Avengers to be leaders and be stepped up a little bit. So,
Yeah, plus, Ant-Man is important.
mm-hmm,
Um, even though it's Scott, Ant-Man is important, you know. Without Ant-Man, they wouldn't be here
right, yes,
at, at the end of the day,
right,
So,
yeah,
and you said he's one of the last veteran characters left
mm-hmm,
going into the phase. So, if Cassie is supposed to take on her role, like a lot of other people are taking on their roles in the new Avengers, then he's gonna be important too. So,
yeah,
I it makes perfect sense too for it to be ushered in his movie.
mm-hmm,
His movie or his technology from his movie is what ushered in the whole time jumping in the first place.
right,
And I think Kang probably caught wind of him. Maybe even the first time he was down there. He's like, "Oh, who's this?" You know what
right,
I'm saying? The same
yeah.
way Janet did, because Janet caught wind of him. That's how she was able to put that message in his head, and make her contact in the second movie. So Kang is
Or
like that too.
either that, or Kang is there to like somewhat hurt the creation of the Fantastic Four, since they're rumored to be the interns for the Pym Industries. So
Mm.
I wonder how they're going to if they're going to touch on Shang-Chi and Ant-Man. I think it'll be too early for Ant-Man to pop up in Shang-Chi. Maybe at the end, like an end credit scene, to like probably like
hmm,
establish the new movie Quantumania. But I
I'm
want
looking. I'm looking at Shang-Chi as a sequel to Iron Man 1, and
and who
that's Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2.
3? Oh, okay, okay.
Which
Mm-hmm.
makes sense because with that little short all hail the king, it I'm so glad that that's now technically canon
Canon, yeah.
because he checked him. He was like, "Dog, you can't be using my name like that." Now,
Mm-hmm.
people who have no idea why hundreds of us were so upset at
Mm-hmm.
that movie get to see why. This is
Yes,
why we were upset. This is who he was pretending to be.
yes,
This man who used to beat the dog out of people and in the books could snatch Tony's armor off with his bare hands.
yeah.
This is why this is the guy. So anybody involved in the Shang-Chi movie, I feel like got to be a character that got hands, and that's the most important thing.
Speaking of mistake of characters, Marvel admitted that it was a mistake to cast old girl as the Sorcerer Supreme as a white
Tilda
woman.
Swinton. Yeah, they
Yeah,
said that it was a mistake to have Tilda Swinton.
yeah. I guess they finally admitted that because
And
everybody wanted it to be Asian, but now we got this Asian hate thing going on, and it actually made an all Asian movie. Well, mostly Asian movie with Shang Chi. It's like you guys have no excuse now.
all I
It's,
can say about this is that Doctor Strange came out at a time where there wasn't enough Asian representation.
yes.
That's why it was a bad idea. Even I said it. You can find older videos. You can find
Hmm.
saying, I don't agree with it. Tilda Swinton's a great actress and everything, but there's not enough Asian representation
Yeah.
in
Right.
a serious role. Not some schlocky kung fu stuff.
Yeah,
A
Right.
that's fact.
serious role.
Yes.
That's fact.
And they made fun of it.
Yeah,
They made fun
yeah,
of it. He came in there and he talked to the Asian dude. Was like, "Oh, are you the Sorcerer Supreme?" He was like, "No, it's her." Right?
yeah,
They made fun of
exactly.
it. So,
Yeah, that was my only problem with Doctor Strange.
mm-hmm,
Didn't have to do this.
mm-hmm,
I gender bending Baron Mordo I can live with, but
mm-hmm.
doing that with the actual ancient one, yeah.
Right.
And I appreciate Kevin Feige. I just hope that he's not pressured into it because of like the change in the actual scene in Hollywood about representation. I hope
Right.
he actually genuinely means it.
Right. Yeah.
Change.
I mean,
Oh,
that Eternals cast has plenty of representation, plenty, right? And they have, I mean, they've been redeeming themselves. They even Marvel's the Miss Marvel, or what is Miss Marvel, right? Yeah, Miss
Yeah,
Marvel. Yeah,
Marvel.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
they're trying their best now, and they're gonna run out of actors, but they're trying their best.
That Marvel's
I,
that Marvel's is gonna be super representation because you
Mm-hmm.
got female representation, no matter how you slice it, and
Yes.
then you got Middle Eastern
Yep.
representation, and you got African American representation.
Yep.
So, but what's most important of all of those things, though, is that all of them have ability.
Yes. Right.
They're all good, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
They're
They
all
all can
strong.
yeah, they're all strong,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's what's up. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Are these characters good? Are the people playing them good? And the
Mm-hmm.
answer is yes.
Yes. Yes.
Despite all whatever controversy surround Brie Larson, which at the end of the day I think is overblown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, sometimes she talking she probably shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, what is she really saying?
Right. And and also anybody could have played that role. That was a good actor, right? So yeah, it's Brie Larson, but anybody could have played Captain Marvel at the end of the day. So, in my opinion, she's good, but you could put anybody there.
Yeah, be careful.
and I'm just
I'm
and
just
I'm
saying.
really excited about the internals is because they're supposed to give it to me. I want to know why were they gone?
Yes.
Why did they know about Thanos? Because Thanos was their people. Josh Brolin's supposed to be.
He
I don't
probably
think
was
he's
scared.
gonna
Right. No, we're gonna be doing preview episodes to where before these movies come out, we're gonna preview them and preview everything and ask our questions to see if we can predict them and predict what happened too.
I
So
want to see. I
Yeah,
just want to see
you,
a flashback where he just straight Omni Man's their ass, and that's why they hid. He pulled a Hulk on them, and he beat their ass, and that's why they was shook. They were like, "Oh man, he beat our memories out."
right. I think we should probably in that preview episode explain the Eternals in the comic books, and we'll do it then. Just show everybody how Thanos was born and
All right.
everything, the political parties
like
and stuff like that,
yeah, it's
the
like
politics.
Thanos. Thanos is a deviant, which is outside the internal.
Right.
That doesn't normally happen, but still, you had enough juice to do his ass, or you can at least like when you see the cops, you warn a brother. If you knew Thanos was out here and he was capable, and you're living on Earth itself.
Right.
Hello, you saw what happened in New York. You knew what the Tesseract looks like. You
Right.
guys probably helped create the damn
You
thing.
know what it was. You know what it
Mm-hmm.
was, but they didn't want that smoke,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm saying something happened. There was an event,
And they got smoked.
and
No
they
Mm-hmm.
pun
got
intended. Oh,
smoked.
actually, pun intended. They did get smoked. They got ash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they didn't want that smoke no more. They was like, yeah, no, the deviant. They probably didn't call him by his name because they disrespectful like that. Last time we faced off against the deviant, we lost our memories for a century. If he
Yeah.
wants those stones, whatever, he can have them.
I want to see what he did to that fucking dwarf planet, dog. I really want to see what he did to that planet.
For that bitch up,
That'll
bro.
be a flashback just showing him
It-
us back up. It's like,
they should make a Thanos. They should make a Thanos thing like they're doing Captain America. Just how did he destroy all this? I want to see how he destroyed Nova. I want to see that. Like, how did he just burst into Nova and get the
I,
stones?
I think that's
Smoke.
the big secret because one of the casting sheets and it's code worded. I think it's for a Nova for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So I think we will see Nova. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is the cleanup job because you got 2012 Gamora. This is not,
Yeah,
he's dead. Of course,
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
This is time to split. So this is the cleaning up the Thanos.
yeah. I mean, I couldn't clean it up, but I want to see what Thanos did. Like,
Well, think about it like this, bro. Like, I mean, you can imagine because look at it like this: Ronan, right? Who at the end of the day is trash.
right?
In the
Yes,
grand scheme of things, is trash.
yes.
Ronan wrecked the Nova
Nova.
Corps.
Yeah.
Solo with that one little warship he had.
Mm-hmm.
Ronan worked for Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
He showed up. That's what he did, and that was
Mm-hmm.
that. You know, he
But
wrecked.
then we watched Captain Marvel. Ronan was there, saw Captain Marvel, what she did. He's like, I want no smoke.
Yeah,
I'm
dipped.
going this way.
He dipped. He's like,
He,
she just
he
destroyed our ship. No, I'm out. I'll see y'all another day.
was back before he started wearing that black war paint. Before he became, he's like, "Oh, I don't want any problems with this."
Yeah.
So that there you go. I
hmm
mean, you see what Thanos can do in a very short amount of time, like
hmm
because he just got resources like that. He got a disposable army
Yeah.
that
And
will literally kill themselves to do the job.
yeah, he
And
destroyed the Avengers Tower in 10 seconds.
seconds, boom.
yeah.
He probably showed up, rained fire from multiple warships. That's it. That's all she wrote. Nobody stand a chance.
I mean,
Powerful shit.
and seeing that Disney has finally a full deck to play with, I mean, who do you go with now after that? Do you go with? I know they say if it's true and they want to keep it like ground based level for the next Avengers level threat, it's between either who we mentioned earlier with King Conqueror or Doctor Doom. But I really can't wait to see the World Eater. How are you going to deal with Galactus?
Yeah, Galactus. Yeah. Galactus, you also got oh shit, who is it? Dormammu? Dormammu could come back. Um they
I
got
can say that they're really good at handling the writing of these characters. Doctor Strange handled that really in a really classy way because it blatantly said right from the beginning, "I am vastly outclassed. There is
yes.
literally nothing I can do against this thing.
Right.
So I'm going to ask some time loop and
Right.
make him talk." And
Right.
that's how you beat Galactus. You don't beat Galactus. You talk him down.
right.
That's simple. You can read hundreds of issues of Fantastic Four and Avengers and Illuminati, and there are very, very few issues I can probably count on both hands where people have physically defeated Galactus. They talked this man down
Right.
because it ain't shit you can do. He
Right.
got it's Galactus. His abilities are vast. They're galactic and cosmic. He got the ultimate nullifier if you really want smoke. If you
Yes.
really on that level, I got the ultimate nullifier. You know what it does? It nullifies
Yes.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? That's what it do
Mm-hmm.
on a molecular level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the most powerful things in the galaxy. So you have somebody talking down,
Yeah.
namely Reed Richards, because that's who usually does
Yeah.
it.
Well, more recently, they found him another power source, and he's an ally now, like
Oh,
Blue
thank
Marvel. Speaking of representation, the one that saved everyone, the combination of Black Panther and Blue Marvel in the comic book.
Oh
The two of
wow.
them came together, figured out how to tell Galactus, "Hey, look, bro, stop killing everyone. We know how to give you a renewable energy
Or maybe
source."
maybe maybe let's see. We got Scarlet Witch. She could actually be a really good villain, I think, in one of the Avengers movies.
If they doubled down on that and actually made her snap and she was really the bad guy, I
Yeah.
would like it.
Mm-hmm.
But so everybody loves Elizabeth Olsen, so it will be a hard sell.
Mm-hmm.
They blew their load with Scarlet Witch. They didn't know they were going to get. They could the villain turn could have been saved for X, but the No More Mutants.
Yeah. I mean,
The
I think what I'm saying is like she can be a level villain, but kind of be talked down for another villain to come in, and to where she has to now fight this bigger villain that is came now, kind of like how
yeah,
they like how they kind of did with
and that
Doomsday.
happened in the comic book actually. That's how we got Avengers versus X-Men. They
Yeah.
talked her down. They couldn't reverse the shit, but the bad thing was Phoenix is back, and
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
this can tell the return of mutants, and that's where we get Hope Summers and Deadpool and
Ooh.
everything going straight to hell.
Phoenix versus Scarlet Witch.
It happened.
No, I'm just
That
saying,
happened
like
in
the movie.
Technically, it didn't fight. Technically, it was more of a conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I don't. But the groundwork for Phoenix to show up has been well laid. They've set the galactic storytelling in the Marvel universe, the MCU, so well that they could easily tell a Phoenix story, but the only thing that's missing, and even though it ain't gotta go hand in hand, it kind of does. The only thing that's missing is mutants. But if you just simply introduce the Shi'ar Empire as another empire that's been out in space, we'll accept it because we already know they're Kree. You know, we
If
know about the Nova. You
yeah,
know, it's doable. I
it,
just
they
don't think.
need to just do a Phoenix movie by itself. No, you don't need to include X-Men except for the beginning. Like, where are you going? Oh, like now let her go on her own. Let her be mind controlled by the dude. Um, let her go through all of that. You know, get the inner conflicts between the Phoenix powers and herself. You know, all her stuff gets unlocked because of what's in there, and just let her be right. And the main protagonist in that movie is the guy who controls her, right? Kind of like how Purple Man was in what's his name, right? So she finally gets under his spell, and yeah, who is it? Kang that does it? No, who controls her in the comic books? I gotta look that up.
Oh, that would be the Hellfire Club.
Hellfire Club. Yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's a long and tumultuous story.
yeah,
That's
That's where X Men comes in at.
yeah. So yeah, we got. I mean, you gotta. I think that she should have her own movie and then call it a day. Because every time they bring in the X-Men with Phoenix, it just seems like it just derails, right?
and I need a favor. I need an actress who can act to play Jean Grey, please. At some point, just in life, that would be nice.
They're running out of actors, man.
Give me, give me a good actress to play the Phoenix. I mean, just that's it. That's all I ask. It's not. It sounds stupid to even say it like that, but just give me somebody who's a decent actress to play her, because I love Famke Jensen as much as the next guy. Maybe even more because it's Leon on the top. But
the key, the key to Phoenix or Jean Grey, I should say, is casting Cyclops.
and they've
That's
done
the
it.
key.
They've done it well. I think they did it really good the first time and decently the second time. You
But
know,
they didn't unleash like they made him like the jealous boyfriend, but they didn't really. I don't think they casted him well. I think he needs to be more blue chip and kind of blue chip and jealous. Blue chip like Steve Rogers, right? But jealous like well, I mean, yeah,
But
jealous like he was.
that's the thing. In the comic books, Cyclops wasn't jealous. It's more like Steve Rogers and more
Yeah,
like I'm not taking no shit from anyone. I know where I stand at. I
yeah,
know that's my chick. I'm not gonna take this shit from you.
right, yeah.
Not the I'm gonna fight over her bullshit.
Yeah. So yeah, so if they are gonna
Yeah.
do him, he needs to be blue chip like fucking like Steve Rogers, like Chris Evans
And
was.
confident. Yeah,
Yes.
and confident because Cyclops in the comic book is so fucking confident that even Wolverine fucking
Yeah. But
like.
he's also a complicated dude though.
Mhm.
He is complicated.
Well, yeah, shit. Your dad is a space pirate. Your mom's got murdered by aliens, and
Yeah.
your
And
brother, who's an Omega class mutant, is enslaved
right.
by aliens.
Right. Yeah.
savage, bro.
Yeah.
He's just a damn savage, and I I don't agree with Professor X's methods 90% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Blacks in people's brain is never a good idea. But damn it, if I don't see why he did it to Scott.
Yes. Scott, I mean, he did his Gene too, because Gene could have took went left field there too. So
See,
Yeah,
but with Gene, it's a lot more sinister because you put mental blocks to protect somebody. Oh, I'm doing this to protect you, but you're secretly in love with them. That's
yes.
something else.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
But with
but
Scott,
what?
he's a fucking psychopath, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
You learn that
So,
later on. Scott's crazy, dog.
Yes.
So
and in the comic book, when Scott is fully Scott, Magneto said, "I can't fuck with you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're out of you make me look like make me
Especially
look like
after
a
he was
dumbass."
tortured.
he's like,
Right.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
When they made him the execution,
Yeah.
he
yeah.
just
I
did
mean,
it like whatever. Okay.
He was like, open your eyes.
Cyclops.
We're about to kill this dude. All right, thank you. Go back into your
My
In the
favorite
comic, Yeah, in the comic books, Magneto is Malcolm X and Professor X is MLK.
Yeah.
Now, you put Cyclops in there after he murdered Professor X, but
Turner.
fuck, fucking Magneto's MLK and Cyclops is Malcolm X by any means necessary. And that made Magneto say, hey, look, man, I can't, I know I'm radical, but I can't, you're doing too much.
He's
Yeah.
like, you need to chill, bro. I remember one of my favorite Scott moments was when he was running X Force. And Wolverine specifically told him, do not
Do
recruit.
not recruit X-23. Yep, I remember. I let you borrow that comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what Scott do? What's the first thing he do? Go get X-23 for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine shows up and sees X-23 there and immediately goes and Scott shit, Boom. Scott was like, all right, so if you're done having a bitch fit, you ready to get this mission done?
But first, he told Wolverine, he said, look, you said you're not violent anymore. You can't do shit like that. So guess what? She is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to go down that path. She already wanted to go down that path. That's how I
She
recruited her.
no issue with it, brother, and that's what I need for this. That's why you don't see Warpath over there. What kind of team you think this is, bro?
Right. Did
He,
did old girl that played X-23 in the Logan movie grow up yet?
he's
She's
all
on
right.
she's on one of my favorite shows. If you have HBO or HBO Max, watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the, it's based on the Golden Compass. What's the name of it? Horrid.
That story has a lot of potential too.
Oh no, they actually covered all of it. They're in their final
Hey,
season now, and
I'm gonna have to get on.
Oh yeah,
She
she's still
actually
young.
knocks it out of the park.
Okay. So I would say because she probably could be a good Jean Grey if she
His
got
Dark
older.
Materials. That's the name. So if you haven't watched it, watch His Dark Materials. It
Mm-hmm.
stars her. It stars James McAvoy and Lin Manuel Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
I know who can play Jean Grey, y'all.
Who?
It's controversial, but I think it will work out well because she's already shown that she can act pretty well and she can handle psychological stuff. I don't remember her name, but old girl from It.
It's
Which
the
was
2017
yeah,
one.
Yeah,
the younger actress Jessica Chastain in Part Two played the older version.
Sophia Lillis.
There we go. Yep, that's her.
Huh.
she's
Okay.
very good. She's a very good actress, and we
Okay.
know how she look redhead.
Yep. Yep. And she's got the blue eyes for it. Yeah. She gets older. She could play her.
You know,
Definitely.
Yeah, and there's a Netflix show that she was in. I liked it. It was a comic book based show, pretty much a similar premise for Phoenix, and it got canceled. It's called I Am Not Okay with This, and she has telepathic and telekinetic abilities. That was a decent show, but no one watched it. They canceled
writings on the wall.
You said what?
Writings on the wall.
Oh.
It's meant to be. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
it. Yeah, it was one and done, and I'm really upset about it. I actually didn't like it. It was true to the comic, but no ratings. It's canceled. It was
Mm.
too expensive.
Mm.
So, okay.
So back to the villains, the Marvel villains for the Avengers. I think one more that I can think of, and I think I touched on this before. I think they need to do. I think Ultron could come back, but I think he needs to. I think they're gonna do something where he, like how they did the Emperor in the last Star Wars movie, so where he was just building an army and shit underground and shit like that, and then finally come back out. So yeah.
I don't know. It depends on how they do it. Since they already confirmed that Vision is teaming up with Rhodey to clean up the mess from Iron Man from Armor Wars, White Vision. Yeah, it depends on what's going to happen now. Because who knows? We might see Justin Hammer from Iron Man 2. Oh, God. Ain't that movie more relevant? Yeah, Justin Hammer is one of the main villains for it because he actually got his hands on Tony Stark's blueprints. Get out to that is bitter.
Is
So
he
we're
in jail?
But here's the thing. Yeah, the thing that Justin Hammer contact is the perfect segue for Ultron.
Yes.
yeah, that's what I said.
Because I agree with
Mm-hmm.
you. Oh, I'm gonna make something better than him. Oh, what's this? This is some interesting AI he got here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you get Ultron. I mean, he would find little bits and pieces fragmented, of course, because Ultron fled initially Tony's
Yes.
service to the internet in the first
Yeah.
place. But he'll find like a string of code or something, and he's like, "This is fascinating. This is what Tony was working with. No reason he was so far ahead of me and stuff. I gotta manipulate this." Ultron's back and better than ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Ultron can make a epic comeback with Hammer.
Yeah, and Armor Wars leads into Ironheart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right.
Or
Any more other news we got?
any more news? Well, this is going to lead back to ranting Tez, so brace yourself. But there's a new Batman animated series coming out for HBO Max. Good news. Good news first. Well, actually, I'll take a vote. Good news or bad news first, depending on who you are.
Good news.
Good news. Paul Dini, the original creator and supervisor for Batman animated series for Fox Kids, is coming back to help with the new Batman animated series. Now, depending on who you are, I know I'm sorry to say this, but bad news for certain people. The co-creator and co-spearhead for this is JJ Abrams.
And repeat that. You said JJ Abrams, correct?
JJ Abrams, Paul Dini, and Matt Reeves for the new Batman series for HBO. See, that's Tez's mic's just completely off for
No, I don't
that.
think he said anything.
Yeah,
No,
no, I'm just
Oh.
oh,
no, it's not. I'm just. I wanted to say something, and then my breath keeps taken away. Um, Deanie, Deanie is really, really good for the most part at maintaining creative control. Now it's been a long time,
Right.
but I trust Deanie enough to accept whatever JJ Abrams tries to throw out there because he gave us a childhood almost
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? So
more
I
importantly,
will accept the bad with the good on this one
well,
and
what the
be
Paul
nice
Dini
with it.
are.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Without that, you wouldn't have Harley. You would have a host of amazing stories that we got because of this character's creation and inception and the actual canon.
Right.
So,
And
I
and they pulled a lot of his stories and his stories into the actual movies and stuff like that. So character styles and all of that. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm just hoping that JJ just backs up. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I understand that this is pre. Sorry, guys, we have to acknowledge that once this deal is done, there's going to be two errors like 5 years. That's not going to be pre AT&T and after AT&T. It's
Yep.
going to be Discovery in charge. This
Discovery
is
Channel. Yep.
pre Discovery.
Yep.
So any of the stuff that's being announced now, they're trying to flood it and get it out the way before the deal is done with Discovery.
Yep. Well, we'll see what happens. That's the only thing we can do is hope for the best, even though who's at the helm. We got a good person at the helm and somebody that can be annoying with these
Yeah,
franchises. So, yeah.
here's a, and I guess kicking back to me for this one, that's perfect segue. Here's the how much AT&T doesn't give a damn and is trying to throw stuff at season 6. And I really love the actor. Really love this actor. He's great, and he's a Michigan resident as of now, living in Jason Momoa. He is confirmed to be co-writing the script for Aquaman 2.
Okay. Okay. I mean,
So
it's kind of good that it's kind of good that the person that played him can actually tell the story, right? It's sometimes it's better that way to me because of um I mean this person done studied this character, right? If you bring in a whole new writer, just like they kind of did with Star Wars 2, it's like, well, you just kind of fucked everything up because it's not the same, right? So it's good.
I
That's
think
good.
it's good, but if for some ungodforsaken reason that Aquaman 2 doesn't live up to expectations, I really hope he is prepared to live or accept the scrutiny that he's going to receive. That he's the co-writer of the script for this movie.
Well,
So,
the DC IP right now is kind of in limbo anyway. So you're kind of like trying to get away from them old movies and trying to introduce new stuff. So it's like, what else you gonna do? Like, what else you
yeah.
gonna do at this point? Just throw it, see if it sticks. Hopefully they can do our Aquaman 3. So
Like I said, they have an easy out, especially since that we now know have confirmation that Flashpoint.
yes, I guess they're over here. They're driving with no gas right now. Like in my opinion, like they're driving on E, and there's not going to be any coherency. And Flash can probably save it, but they had too many people touch or too many cooks in the kitchen. You
But
know.
we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. Yeah, we'll see. Filming just started, and they put up teaser pictures of both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton being on the set.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what
Nice to see
happens.
Michael Keaton again, but seeing the age of Michael Keaton, it's barely the Batman
Right.
Beyond.
Right. Right. Right.
Which I'm still struggling to understand why we haven't done that yet.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if. I mean, we probably could have. I don't think the new kids like because I remember these movies are for us nostalgically a little bit, but I don't think the new generation can get with Batman Beyond yet.
yeah. I don't think the new generation even acknowledge Batman Beyond. I think they're kind of pushing it pretty hard that they're re-releasing it on various streaming platforms. Like, hey, this is out there.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
just
I think
it's so ironic because Batman Beyond, with the exception of flying cars, pretty much is
the
where we're
future.
at
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
But I
And
think too, like Static Shock is in the same realm. Like these were small IPs that we grew up with that never really carried on
BB
into
and
the next
Super.
generations.
Hey, listen, man. We all think they're gonna get to do the theme song for the new Static Shot.
Soldier Boy.
Ooh,
Don't do that.
no.
Wiz Khalifa.
Nah, bro.
No, it's not 2005 or
It's gonna be
It's
who
gonna
is
be
that?
the baby.
There you go.
I can live with that, but I think it's gonna be worse than that. What's that one
It's
ugly
gonna be
little?
Travis Scott.
What's his name? Blueface or something?
Actually, yeah, because he doesn't rap on the beat. He purposely said that he raps off beat, and after that, I listen to one song. You go in the dumpster. I don't feel like one subject. You go straight in the trash. I don't want to see any recommendations of you.
What's his name?
No,
NBA something.
You said what?
sorry, bro.
Hey,
Huh?
NBA something.
NBA YoungBoy?
Yeah, that's who gonna do it. NBA young boy.
All
What?
those dudes get
I'm a
all those
old
dudes get trashed.
listen to rap.
What? They're not in jail for Rico yet?
Well, Travis Scott. I think Travis Scott could probably get it. He could probably do the whole soundtrack.
Yeah, Travis Scott is with he's closely affiliated with Good Music, so probably produced by Kanye. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Who
they both.
the soundtrack for Spider Verse?
Oh,
That was
the one song that was Ray Shamurd and
Way Strimmer. That was Post
Post
Malone.
Malone.
Yeah.
Boom. I mean, and I'm not saying that I'm a Post Malone or a Ray Sherman fan, but that was the vibe to me that Static Shock need.
Mm-hmm.
It was modern, like it's modern rap, but it wasn't trash in the sense that I wanted to kill myself listening to it neither. And it was, it had that little. I think something along them lines would be perfect, Or, I don't know if y'all played the Miles Morales Spider-Man game, but the soundtrack in that game is phenomenal. And
Yeah, and watching the trailer, and that's in the game too. The trailer song with Kid Cudi and Jalen Smith.
yeah,
That song was instantly like, okay, yep, you
so
got this.
throwing that out there. But I just I'm hoping for the best, man, because I can't see my boy Dread on the board flying through the neighborhood talking about
Oh yeah, you know who could do it? Jada Smith. There we go. Period. That's it. Jada Smith. Just
yeah.
And
he
you
was
know,
on he was on the soundtrack. I think he could do it.
Really,
That's it.
Jaden Smith is arguably the perfect choice because
Mm-hmm.
he is the modern day Little Romeo, except for he not trash. I
Right.
mean, he have his moments,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah. He could
if
also play
anything,
Static Shock too. Okay, we can end there. On
I
the,
was gonna say, if anything, because it's kind of a touching thing for me too. I just hope that they do it right because if you don't know, the creator of Static Shock passed away.
Mhm.
So I'm just hoping that they hire his honor his memory.
Yeah.
Patrick McDuffie. I hope they do that. And speaking of recent individuals that, um, for all you anime fans, this hit me hard. As this might hit you hard too, but Kentaro Miura, rest in
know it.
peace.
Mhm.
Berserk.
Yep. Oh,
Big
that's
ups.
yep. So hopefully, it's probably gonna end that series, but it's sad that how old was he? 58?
58 and
Yeah.
no 53 actually.
53? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Rumors.
and to
Yeah,
hit people to give people the grasp of the power of Berserk. Berserk's been around so long. It's been influenced. Without Berserk, you wouldn't have your Cloud Strikes.
Mhm.
that's
That
right.
the big, you wouldn't have your Demons.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any of those medieval animes that you've been watching if it wasn't for Berserk.
Mhm.
So that anime, it's just it transcends anime at this point. Because before he passed the interview, he acknowledged that he was a big fan of medieval times and classic stories from around that King Arthur Arthurian legend era,
Right.
along with along with fantasy as well. And he did it perfectly, and he did it in a darkly way where you were deeply
Right.
so.
Well,
It's may he rest in peace because he influenced a lot of things, and I
Thanks.
hope he found peace in his passing, and I hope that he did leave something behind to end it the way he went instead of
hopefully,
doing
yeah. Yeah.
some sort of cash grab
Yeah.
to end the franchise because
Yeah.
the story was not over when he passed.
Yeah, yeah,
Hope
yeah.
he left something behind, like Cliff.
Yeah. Well, condolences to his family. We make sure that and hopefully the family can make sure that that franchise ends well. And yeah, it doesn't become a cash grab and to make a live action movie and all of that because he's passed away. So yeah, well, on that note, we're going to end it there, and we're going to thank you guys for watching. Remember, we are live here every Saturday morning, like a 90s cartoon. Don't forget to
Right.
comment, like, and subscribe. And wherever you watch it on Facebook, YouTube, and let us know what you guys want us to talk about. We're very interested in talking with our the people who follow us, and make sure that we can answer any questions that we can. So like I said, thank you guys for watching, and peace out.